This episode of Arrays of Living continues the season 3 practice of reading a chapter a month from my book, Aladdin Carpets, Change Your Perspective, Change Your Life. And we continue that with chapter 7, the innovations you can create. So here we go. Many spend time and energy viewing and praising the painted canvas of artists without appreciating that the greatest canvas is the one they paint of themselves when living their lives, especially when that canvas has markings that demonstrate many things got erased and repainted. This chapter is about never taking anything or anyone for granted. The great thing about Aladdin Carpets is that in achieving each new aspiration, newer aspirations come to light. A new you with new habits and behavior will form to rework your every day. Depending on what you are going after for yourself, it is important that at some point you start thinking about staying current and up to date in your chosen vocation. With each accomplishment, take time to check off the goal and its associated tasks from your action plan. Every achievement is something to be acclaimed and be thankful for. Thank those who helped with their contributions and think about your readiness to reciprocate something back, no matter how small. This does not have to be done in a visible way. Reciprocity is not about tooting your own horn. It is about giving your time, your attention, sharing your knowledge, or giving something to someone who truly needs it. You don't even have to know they need it, but they do. And that's as simple as giving a smile to someone in a day, saying hello to someone in a day, and just giving that extra little bit of attention that someone needs, whether you know it or not. It is about reciprocating in a way that is authentic to you. Whatever you choose to do, be sure to do it with a good heart and a good mind. Never do anything that carries insincerity. It eventually catches up with you and creates hurricane-level conditions for your carpet. And who needs that? Not the most pleasant weather to fly in or navigate through, and can ground you until the storm passes. If your vision remains out of reach, it is expected that you continue following all the prior steps to keep advancing to that vision. On the flip side, the question becomes, what happens when you have attained the vision you had formed for yourself? What then? In reaching your envisioned endpoint, you can either remain status quo or you can assess how to go beyond what you imagined for yourself. The irony, and this is not in the book, the irony is that the vision may never ever look like you had formed. So that's where you just keep going. And ideally, you kept updating and fine-tuning your action plan along the way. The plan and its trajectory to your end goal was never meant to be considered static or unchangeable. However, whether kept up to date or in need of revision, the assessment should be based on what more you can do or be. With your Aladdin carpet, you are being you. It's authentic. It was created with authenticity, or it should have been. I have never come across people holding the same vision. Even if they partner or collaborate, they may share like-mindedness, similar energy levels, and so on, but they will never have the same vision. They will have a different vision. That is why companies will run differently when CEOs change. But in this book, we are focused on your life. Only you should be running that. Of course, you can pass the wheel to someone else. And I can think of one person you can pass the wheel to, but it still ends up as you. And I find it hard to believe you will be completely satisfied with that, meaning passing the wheel to someone else. And that's hence why spouses need their own personal outlets and space to stay together for any significant length of time. It does not mean each person has no role to play in the partnering, but living together should never overshadow your identity and individuality. If this were false, then having a man cave or girls' night out would not be a thing. The mark of your authenticity on your carpet will render it unique amongst others, even when in the same airspace. Look at Oprah compared to Ellen. Both are talk show hosts, but despite their shows having similarities, they are executed differently. How about Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart? They are both comedians, but again, they are very different in the way they deliver their material and command their space. How can you stand apart from others in the same ear space? How can you avoid near collisions? Be you in all authenticity and truly, truly care and love yourself, others, what you do, and life itself. No comparing, envy, or less than thoughts. Originality, uniqueness, and following your own flight path will take you out of the vicinity of others. These positive inner dialogues will lead to working on differentiating yourself from others and marching to your own beat. You may encounter other people, but you will not collide with or be compared to them. Take Lady Gaga, for example. She is one of hundreds of talented singers, yet she found a way to have her voice shine through and use the very visually creative personas to stand out. That eccentricity propelled her forward with a significantly expanded fan base. As a result, there are few comparisons that bring her into direct competition with her peers. She is a leader in her field as others follow her trying to catch up. Another aspect to realize about this book is that it is titled Aladdin Carpets. It is pluralized. This is because it does not pin you to a single carpet or working with one capability. In creating your first carpet, opportunities may unfold that reveal the need to create more carpets. Look at the individuals that excel as singers, then move on to become acclaimed actors. They may have reworked their original carpet or weaved a new one. Examples that come to mind are Jennifer Hudson, Beyonce, Will Smith, Lady Gaga again, and many others have leveraged their skills or learned new ones as opportunities presented themselves. You have this same choice. This book is deliberately non-confining. In fact, I hope you find it freeing, uplifting, and find a whole new perspective that feeds and encourages your inner desires to go after all that you can be. What reinventions can you make that stay true to who, what, and where you are now without diminishing any other quality, including the purposeful living you have aspired to? This is you pausing and reevaluating how things are going, even as you continue to fly. A key word in this chapter that I love is innovations. It's a paramount word. It's deliberately there. So again, I repeat, this is you pausing and reevaluating how things are going even as you continue to fly. This is you proactively preventing yourself from becoming stuck again or prematurely landing. Look at Jennifer Lopez, for example, who in her mid-50s is showing the world that age is just a number. And it is. She continues to be relevant and effortlessly fits into the mix of those much younger. Her carpets have been flying for years, and while they fly, she has reinvented herself with new albums, co-hosting reality shows, tours, acting, etc. In fact, I would even hazard a guess that when she started out, her vision may not have included reality TV shows. You think I'm wrong? Probably not. In this case, she seized an opportunity, knowing full well the impact it could have on her career, her carpet speed, height, and trajectory. Of course, she's not thinking in the line of a carpet. That's what this book is supposed to allow you to do, to dream of the possibilities of flying and flying high and higher than you ever could. or ever thought you could. And in this case, at this point in the book, in this chapter, now you have proven your ability to obtain the things you desire. You have taught yourself how to step out of your own way. So think bigger than before and capture the newly discovered goals in either the existing action plan or in a newly formulated plan. Then advance further based on this action plan. All the strategies still apply, including gaining new capabilities and carefully assessing new collaborations and contacts as warranted. The bottom line is that you will have built something larger than what you started with. Your Aladdin carpets are flying, and you will never be able to settle back at where you were. The aim here is to appreciate that fact and keep going in whatever way works best for you. If you fall, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. You now know how to lift your carpet. You now know how to keep it up. You know what is needed. Reflect, explore, try, refine, grow, and innovate. Rinse and repeat. Trial and error. Be ever thankful and humble, and never take anything or anyone for granted. Then when you are ready, you choose your own landing runway. I am confident that you have got this because I believe in you, and I know we are all worth so much more than we think and that we can imagine. Hopefully you feel the same way. If you do, keep flying, and I will see you in the skies. Now, to hold yourself accountable, I want you to remember this is a personal journey of transformation that moves you closer to living your best life. So I want you to appreciate the small and big things that surround you each day, because this is you thanking those who have helped you and never taken anyone for granted. This is you being thankful for all you have and never taking anything for granted. This is you acknowledging and celebrating every achievement. This is you giving back to others with a good heart, mind, and intentions. This is you pausing to evaluate your current position and evolving as is warranted. This is you rinsing and repeating with grace and humility what works. You know what you have and who you have in your life. You choose to remain unstuck. You choose to determine your own landing runway. You choose to live authentically. You choose to work hard but revel in the journey. And you choose to be the greatest you. You will think bigger than when you started, and you will evolve yourself to advance even more. One of the topics I speak about and love to speak about is people innovation. And this chapter starts that journey of innovating oneself, innovating others. I'm always saying we spend more time innovating technology than ourselves, which means we end up creating gaps between the advancement of technology and ourselves. But remember, it's our minds that created technology, so we can innovate. And as always, if you need help with any of this, please reach out. Jenn at youareworthmore.co or check me out, jenndrakes.com. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Arrays of Living. And please be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You will also find in the description below my email address should you want to reach out, and I am happy if you do. And just to be sure, it's Jenn at youareworthmore.co, and worth more you definitely are. And lastly, also see the link that will allow you to schedule a meet and greet with me. And that's an opportunity for me to meet you and you to meet me, and for us to have a chat. And that would be wonderful and welcoming. So please hit the link and let's set up a meet and greet.